Tonight, we have an exclusive look at San Francisco's first subway dig in 2 generations. The Central Subway will run from north from the Caltrain station, heading underground as it passes under Moscone Center and Market Street before ending at another subway stop in Chinatown. But the project's largest station will be under the tourist mecca of Union Square. So how are things taking shape? KPIX 5's Wilson Walker takes us underground in a story you'll see only on KPIX 5.
Want to know what's going on beneath Union Square? Well, we can finally take you down there.
Across the street from Macy's, right down into the station.
Project manager John Fungi is walking us through what will become the Union Square Muni station, partially carved out of the old Union Square parking garage.
We purchased some substandard underground parking and have converted it into the northern entrance of the station.
And from that entrance, it's a deep plunge below the city into a massive excavation that reveals the true size of this project. A 3-level stack of pedestrian walkways, platforms, and escalators, making for an epic job now unfolding 12 hours a day, 6 days a week.
We're employing techniques that may be prevalent in Europe but haven't been fully utilized here in the U.S.
So we're just beneath Stockton Street right now, and the crews that are down below us are actually digging their way to the tunnels which were born out between south of Market and North Beach. They're digging down to the tunnels that are already there. And this big, tremendous cavern that we're standing in right now, this is the corridor that would take you from Union Square all the way over to Market Street.
So this is the old Apple Store entrance that we purchased from Bart for $1.
At the southern end of the station, all this work is going on just a few feet away from your commute.
On the other side of this wall are BART fare gates and passengers traveling to and from.
No shortage of mud down here. The pile beside me will probably end up on Treasure Island, and there's plenty of more mud to come out of here because they've still got about 30 feet more to dig before they finally hit those tunnels.
So this is the first tunneling project in the city, transportation tunneling project since the late 1960s.
In that respect, there are 2 bits of good news from below ground. First, that infamous San Francisco soil was not as bad as expected.
We've encountered some pretty good ground, competent ground that's very conducive to tunneling.
And that could make future projects more feasible, which brings us to the subject of money. With a budget of about $1.6 billion, the 1.7-mile Central Subway costs about $176,000 per foot. But if you think that's expensive...
Finally!
New York City just opened the 2nd Avenue subway, just 2 miles of work that ended up costing nearly $4.5 billion. So 9 years into the Central Subway?
On budget.
Also relatively on schedule. Workers on 4th Street are laying the groundwork for the surface tracks, and just up the street they're pouring the foundation inside what will become the Yerba Buena subway station.
It looks like we'll be finished from the south a little bit earlier and begin the process of completing from the south, moving north.
And if everything stays on schedule,
we're slated to be done in 2019.
Beneath Union Square in San Francisco, Wilson Walker, KPIX 5.
There has been talk of extending the Central Subway past Chinatown. The tunnels already run through Washington Square in North Beach, and transit planners would like to extend the line on service streets all the way to Fisherman's Wharf, maybe even Crissy Field. But for now, the city has no concrete plans to make that happen.